Everyone please stand, and together let's welcome the awards recipients with a round of applause.
To officially open today's ceremony, please remain standing for the King's Anthem, which will be led by Ira and Pete. Please take your seats. Welcome students, families, colleagues, and friends to Speechday 2026. We are gathered this afternoon to honor a truly remarkable group of young people from years 11 to 13. The awards we present today are more than just accolades. They are a reflection of the diligence, determination, and the love of learning these students bring to Riverside each and every day. They have led, they have served, and they have excelled. To start our celebration, please join me in welcoming our principal, Mr. Rob Millar, to the stage.
Well, welcome everyone. So lovely to see everyone back here again. I'm going to talk a little bit about books, because the prizes that the prize winners are going to get are book vouchers in terms of our love of reading, but also our love of knowledge. One thing I'm going to get you to think about over the course of my little talk is what this picture is. It's somewhere in the world that is important to every single person in this room, and probably every single person around the world. And the basic theme of the talk is about our connections with each other and the connections around us that sometimes we don't necessarily see. Now, I've spoken a bit before about hidden worlds, things that aren't obvious. Maybe it's bacteria or animal senses or the earth beneath our feet last year, different ways of seeing the world that become accessible to us through learning, through study, through academic exploration. And this year, I want to take you around the world inspired by two books. One is called I, Pencil. It's actually written in 1958. And its basic premise or message was that no one person in the world, no single person, knows how to make a pencil. It sounds a bit strange, but like all things around us, a pencil is a very, very complex product made by lots and lots of people from various parts around the world. The wood comes from North America, the lead comes from Sri Lanka, the wax from Mexico, the mud from Mississippi, the rubber from Indonesia. And that's not in counting all the many, many people involved, those cleaning the factories, involved in production, to the lighthouse keepers guiding the supply ships into port. But I thought I would speak to you about this version. This is a book called Material World by a journalist called Ed Conway. It's a 21st century version of iPencil. It's how objects around us are interconnected and complicated in ways that we remain pretty largely oblivious to. And our story starts here. This is the Cerebral quartz mine in the Galicia region of Spain. It's an area better known for religious pilgrimages to Santiago de Compostela. And a geological quirk of fate means this is where two ancient continents collided 350 million years ago, thrusting some of the purest quartz in the world up to the surface. Quartz that is the perfect starting material for the silicon chips in your phones and in billions of devices, computers and systems around the world. The rocks are dug up from here, they're mixed with coke, which is the baked form of coal and wood chips, in a processing plant in the north of Spain, and heated to above 1,800 degrees Celsius. They apply a strong electric field and they separate molten silicon from oxygen. 6 tons of rock produces 1 ton of silicon that is 98% pure. But from Spain, that silicon's then taken to Germany to made into a purer form called polysilicon. That silicon's ground into powder, mixed with pure hydrochloric acid, distilled, and then heated up again to over 1,000 degrees. It leaves you with rods of ultra pure silicon, one of the purest substances on the planet. 99.999999999% silicon. And that silicon is then sent to America. And America is heated up again in these amazing crucibles to just under 1,500 degrees and spun. And they dip in a silicon sea crystal, like a pencil, lower it into the silicon and bring it back out, all in a pure argon atmosphere. What's left behind is a single giant silicon crystal, where the silicon atoms now arranged in a perfect lattice. And those dark, shiny crystals, they're about 2 to 3 meters tall. They weigh about 100 kilograms, and they're called ingots. And these are then sliced into wafers less than a millimeter thick. And those wafers are then sent here, to Taiwan, the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. It's the world's largest independent semiconductor foundry, making about 70% of silicon chips around the world. It is very, very likely that the phone in your pocket or in your bag is powered by the chips made in this company. And this company uses this machine. It's the world's most advanced machine. You can buy one, if you'd like, at the bargain price of $400 million. It's made in the Netherlands, and it creates silicon chips by etching circuits onto the wafers using light, but no ordinary light, extreme ultraviolet light. Just one fact about this machine: generating this light alone requires a stream of droplets of molten tin, no bigger than a white blood cell, travelling at 250 kilometers an hour. And each drop is hit by a laser 3 times in a row in a low pressure hydrogen atmosphere, heating it to 220,000 degrees, 40,000 times hotter than the sun. And that's done with 60,000 droplets a second. That's just one of the many incredible things about this machine. For over 30 years, building such a technically complicated and sensitive machine was actually considered impossible. This machine alone, one part of this whole process, depends on 5,000 companies supplying 100,000 parts. Our silicon goes on a dizzying journey from Spain to Germany to Oregon to then Taiwan. And in Taiwan it doesn't finish there, it goes to Malaysia for checking and then for China for assembly. And alongside all that are other incredible people and places involved in the production of these silicon chips. The company in the Netherlands making the lithography machine, the company in Germany making lasers, another company in Germany making the world's smoothest mirrors, companies in California supplying all kinds of other machinery. And so we come back here, one of the most important places in the world, somewhere without none of these devices, none of this would work. It's guarded by 25-foot barbed wire fences, security cameras, security patrols. It's been described as being as secure as Fort Knox. People or visitors going into it are often blindfolded. It's so secretive. It is spruce pine in North Carolina, and this is where spruce pine quartz come from. And it's the world's first source or main source of the raw material needed to make the pots in which the silicon ends up being melted. If the molten silicon comes into contact with even the tiniest amount of impurity, it absolutely ruins the entire process. The quartz for the crucibles, like the silicon they produce, needs to be absolutely pure, purged as thoroughly as possible of other elements. Spruce pine quartz is highly pure to begin with, but they have a whole range of processes they put it through, many of which are secret, and the end result is something that the company calls iota 8 quartz, which is 99.9992% pure. Now, typical sand, silicon dioxide sells for a few dollars a ton. Iota 8 silicon dioxide sells for $10,000 a ton. They only produce around 30,000 tons of this a year. That's less than the amount of construction sand produced in America every hour. So what does it take to make a silicon chip? It takes a whole world of people, places, and ideas connected together in great ways we rarely stop to think about. Knowledge, your learning, is a gateway to these hidden connections, allowing us to see things around us we've not noticed before and ask questions we've not thought of before. Why is quartz so pure in spruce pine? How can a laser make a molten tin produce light? How did Taiwan end up with such a monopoly on chip production? Why are some companies and products more successful than others? How can people all around the world work so successfully together? Why have I not heard this story ever before? Learning, knowledge, helps us to answer these questions, but also to see them in the first place, to see that these questions matter. All the knowledge you learn adds new dimensions and layers to the world around you. You can start to see things you've never noticed before, start to understand perspectives and ideas that maybe had seemed strange and baffling. Today is about recognising achievements and learning, and I hope through that knowledge, whether it's in history, art, physics, sport, or leadership, you've learned to see the world in more of its connections, textures, and dimensions, that you realise that even a little learning gives you extra ways of seeing things, allowing you to see the way we all depend on each other. My congratulations to all the prize winners, all 103 of you, 103 ways to view the world afresh, to see the connections between things, 103 new ways to see yourself and to connect to others around you. At a time like this, with news of conflict around the world, it's a blessing to have that opportunity, to have the time and space to explore the hidden connections of the world, to find new stories to explore, and one I hope you continue to embrace. Thank you, and well done prize winners. We are all very, very proud of you.
It is my pleasure to welcome Harmonix to the stage, who will perform Bridge Over Troubled Water.
when you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry you. I'm on your side. Times get rough, and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down, lay me down, when you're down and out. Ooh, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. When darkness comes, and rain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me
the Year 11 Academic Excellence Awards. These students have not only met the demands of their IGCSE courses, but have consistently exceeded them. They demonstrate genuine curiosity, think critically, and take real ownership of their learning, going beyond what is required to engage more deeply with their subjects. They ask insightful questions, make meaningful connections, and maintain exceptionally high standards in all that they do. They approach their studies with focus, resilience, and independence, responding positively to challenge and using feedback to continually improve. Their focus, drive, and pursuit of excellence set them apart as outstanding learners and role models within their year group. Please can I remind you to hold your applause until all names have been read. Well done to all students receiving the Year 11 Academic Excellence Awards.
Academic Excellence, Gina Shita To Thap Thieng, Academic Excellence in Art. Chanya Kong Kha Thong, Academic Excellence in Biology, Economics and Psychology. Kim Chanok Porn Suwankun, Academic Excellence in Business, Chemistry and Mandarin Foreign Language. Minna Jira Pattanakun, Academic Excellence in Computer Science. Anyarin Suwan Pimon Kun, Academic Excellence in Design Technology, Graphic Product. Pan Lojana Kosin, Academic Excellence in Design Technology, Resistant Material, English Language and Geography. Shuhan Wang, Academic Excellence in Grammar. Isabella Riley, Academic Excellence in English Literature. Haran Yin, Academic Excellence in French and Science Coordinator. Elizabeth Rung Thap Napa, Academic Excellence in Further Pure Mathematics and Japanese. Yanisa Amonwet Sukit, Academic Excellence in Global Perspective. Nantapat Klam Paiboon, Academic Excellence in Higher Project Qualification. Prim Chandra Prabhat, Academic Excellence in History. Karan Higgins, Academic Excellence in Learning for Life. Shihan Wu, Academic Excellence in Mandarin Second Language. Kamonlak Kiat Pinyoporn, Academic Excellence in Mathematics. Parkin Sintawatarong, Academic Excellence in Music. Pimpisa Mongkon Ratana Chat, Academic Excellence in Physical Education. Shalaporn Tiem Kunwat, Academic Excellence in Physics. Mariana Santusi, Academic Excellence in Spanish. Salin Bunya Musa, Academic Excellence in Thai Studies. Natakrit Tantawangit, Academic Excellence in Thai Studies, Kujo Memorial Prize. Chafira Putri Pinto, Academic Excellence in the Academic Literacy Program.
Good afternoon. The Year 11 Form Prizes are carefully chosen by their form tutors and awarded to the students who exemplify our character strengths here at Shrewsbury. They are role models to their peers and to the younger students and consistently strengthen our community and its values. Congratulations to all of the Form Prize winners.
Form prizes, He Won Song. Ratanan Warapara. Shano Tatiya Kopi. Nat Pat Son Jintana. Elizabeth Raper. Elizabeth รุ้งทาบนภา กันธริยาตั้งเจริญ พาคินสุนทวานรงค์ พ สุรัชยาดานเสริมสุขกรณัฐแพรวพราววงศ์น้ำทองปัจจิมากรยานิสาอมรเวชสุกิจนพนะ ภคินพงศกร who is unable to join us today and Ravi Ticha Panichikrai
When I first became your children's head of year back in year 7, I don't think I needed glasses to read the awards out, but I do now. There's a stereotypical image of students who win the head of year prize, and that may be of someone who's keen to be seen, to be doing everything all of the time. They are the first person that you think of when discussing those with high energy, that force of nature, that force of personality. But that isn't the only way to get things done. As my mum used to say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. I'm not sure why she used to say that, but I think the idea is that there's more than one way to be successful. And Koya, our first winner of this year's Year 11 Head of Year Prize, is a perfect example of that. Yes, she does throw herself into an amazing amount of form and house and year group events. And yes, she's a central part, indeed the project owner, of something called the Power Plus initiative, which is an educational project in Chiang Mai providing medical equipment, supporting children in the hill tribe communities. But, and this is the important point for me, she's so modest and unassuming in regards to all of this, and I think that says a great deal about her character. And the fact that she keeps it so quiet also suggests that she's doing this for the right reasons. Not that Koya's perfect, of course. Her rush to get to morning registration on time has sort of helped improve her cardio over the last term or two. And Mr. Smith, our form tutor, tells me of the morning sing-alongs with Nina and Toy. And I still remember your rapping skills in Learning for Life in Year 9. She's a versatile artist indeed. But Koya brings a maturity beyond her years and a measured, supportive and consistently positive attitude to everything that she does. And she fully deserves this year's Head of Year Award.
Year Group Awards, Supachira Jiwawatanasak.
The stereotypical image of the classical dancer is for many a tall, graceful swan being magically transformed into a tall, graceful human upon a moonlit frozen lake in Tchaikovsky's ballet, Swan Lake. And the stereotypical image of a swan is of one gliding gracefully through life, coupled with our understanding that actually there's a powerful energy and effort being put into that movement below the water. Or in the case of the frozen lake, below the ice. And ice, see what it happens to be the name of the other Year 11 Head of Year Award winner. Like the swan, ice is a perpetual motion machine who manages to achieve such an incredible amount, make such a tremendous impact on school life, so smoothly and with such grace, that we sometimes need to remind ourselves how hard she must be working. As a dancer, indeed, of incredible talent and dedication, ICE has performed here countless times in house dance competitions, Chinese New Year celebrations, end-of-term performances, dancing, choreographing, both others inside and outside of school. Her tutor, Mr. Turkington, talks of her friendly smile and wave that he receives every morning, and how her ability to engage and converse easily with others helps her maintain a large circle of friends. But she is also very supportive of them. Perhaps the only aspect of the tall, graceful swan metaphor that does not quite work is perhaps the tall aspect. But don't worry, Ice, you've got plenty of time to catch up with your sister. Ladies and gentlemen, Ice, our dancing queen, is the final recipient of the Year 11 Head of the Year Award.
Pim Chanok Pon Suwan Kun.
It is my pleasure to present the Service and Leadership Award to Sarah. Now I must start by apologising, Sarah, I don't have a story or compare you to a famous ballet, but I have been very impressed by you. Sarah has consistently demonstrated what it means to lead with both creativity and compassion. She is someone who always says yes to helping, whether it's supporting community events, contributing to our community engagement ministry, or assisting with marketing initiatives for charities both within and outside our school. She works incredibly hard and well with others. She leads with humility and gives her time generously. Congratulations, Sarah.
Leadership and Service Award นัทพัฒสอนจินตนา
The stereotypical image of the artist is one of flamboyance, wildness and eccentricity. A person who loves to be the centre of attention, a person whose actions and mannerisms shout, "Look at me, look at me." However, our Year 11 Performance Award winner has no need to be like that. And this award is presented only to those students who have demonstrated excellence throughout our extracurricular programme, flourishing in the fields of drama, music, or art. And he probably deduced from the fact that she has also just been handed the Leadership Award. This student is renowned for the effort that she puts into all of her endeavours. So I'm delighted to announce that this year's winner is, again, Sarah.
Performance Awards นัทพัฒสอนจินตนา
Dr. Apple's ecological research is remarkably broad, spanning the study of nearshore species from tropical regions all the way to the poles. Her work focuses specifically on the conservation and restoration of marine ecosystems, as well as the impacts of climate change and marine debris. Currently, she serves as, and it's a list, project leader of coral reef conservation in the Western Pacific under the UNESCO IOC subcommission, Thailand Reef Check Coordinator, where she teaches local communities to monitor coral reef health through sustainable and ecologically sound solutions. Notably, Dr. Apple is Thailand's first female scientist to go diving in both the Arctic and Antarctica. Her pioneering research in these polar regions and on coral reefs has inspired young people across Thailand to recognize the true value of our marine ecosystems. In recognition of her contributions, she has received numerous national and international awards, some of which include the ASEAN Biodiversity Heroes Award, the Explorer Award by National Geographic Magazine Thailand, and the Knight of the Order of Academic Palms awarded by the government of France. Please join me in warmly welcoming Dr. Apple.
ทุกคนถามฉันว่าทำไมเลือกที่จะเป็นนักวิทยาศาสตร์ก็คงเพราะความสวยงามเช่นนี้ทุกคนต่างชื่นชมแต่ไม่คิดที่จะดูแลมันฉันไม่อยากให้ธรรมชาติหายไปจากโลกใบนี้แล้วเหลือเพียงแค่ให้คนรุ่นหลังได้เห็นแต่ในพิพิธภัณฑ์เป็นนักวิทยาศาสตร์ของฉันนั้นเริ่มจากการที่ให้คนรุ่นหลังได้รู้ว่าธรรมชาติทางทะเลคือแหล่งอาหารที่สำคัญต่อเราหยุดก่อนมีงานให้ทำให้เขาได้รู้ว่าโลกของเรากำลังเปลี่ยนไปสัตว์ต่างๆกำลังทยอยสูญพันธุ์และห่วงโซ่อาหารต่อไปที่จะสูญพันธุ์ก็คือพวกเรานั่นเองปะการังเป็นแหล่งอาศัยของสัตว์น้ำซึ่งเป็นแหล่งอาหารที่สำคัญของมนุษย์แต่ไคลเมทเชนจ์หรือภาวะโลกร้อนจากเรือนกระจกนั้นทำให้ปะการังอ่อนแอและตายลงเราจึงต้องเพาะปะการังแบบอาศัยเพศเพื่อให้เขาได้ปรับสภาพกับน้ำและอากาศที่ร้อนขึ้นและเติบโตไปกับสภาพแวดล้อมใหม่ๆได้อย่างยั่งยืนวันนี้จะเป็นชั่วโมงสุดท้ายนะคะที่ครูจะได้มีโอกาสสอนพวกเราการปลูกฝังคนรุ่นต่อไปคือก้าวแรกของการฟื้นฟูธรรมชาติได้อย่างยั่งยืนก้าวต่อไปคือการไปสู่แอนตาร์กติกเพื่อฟื้นฟูโลกของเราให้มีธรรมชาติที่กลับมาสวยงามอีกครั้งเพื่อลูกเพื่อหลานเพื่อเยาวชนรุ่นต่อๆไปจะได้สามารถใช้ชีวิตอยู่บนโลกใบนี้ได้อย่างมีความสุขจุฬาลงกรณ์มหาวิทยาลัยสนับสนุนโครงการปกป้องระบบนิเวศทางทะเลและมลพิษทางบกซึ่งเป็นเพียงหนึ่งในนวัตกรรมที่พาจุฬาก้าวไกลสู่สังคมโลกเพื่อการพัฒนาอย่างยั่งยืน
สวัสดีค่ะ Good afternoon, distinguished guests, teacher, parents, and dear students. First of all, I would like to congratulate all of you receiving the award today. You truly deserved it. And I can see many proud faces here. Today, first I would like to start with a simple question. When you were young, what did you dream of becoming? For me, I was just a little girl growing up in Thailand who loved the oceans. I didn't know exactly what I would like to become, but I know one thing. I was very, very curious. I was not the smartest girl in the class. I was not the strongest one for sure. And I certainly didn't imagine that one day I would travel very, very far to Antarctica. From a young girl in Thailand to standing one of the coldest places on earth. It's quite a challenge, not because I was the best, but because I never stopped being curious. I didn't plan it that way. I simply follow what I love, and somehow it's brought me to here. And that the journey led me to become a marine scientist like today, working to protect the coral reef, working to protect our oceans. It was not very easy path. There was some time that I doubt myself. And there was some time that I failed. And there was some time that I felt that I didn't belong to it. Especially as a woman in marine science field. If back on those days, when I first entered to this field, there was not many women in this marine science area. Sometimes people didn't expect us to lead. And sometimes we had to work very hard and work harder just to be heard. But I learned something from that, and it's very important, is that your strength is not defined by others. It's defined by you believe in yourself. Today, I would like to share 4 lessons that I learned with you. The first, be curious. Curiosity will take you further than the talent. Second, do not be afraid to fail. Failure is not just the opposite of the success. Failure is a part of the success. The third is to believe in yourself, even when others doubt of you. And the last, use your success to help others. Because true success is not just about yourself. It is about the impact. Dear students, you are growing up in the world that's full of the challenge now. Challenges in the climate change, challenges in the environmental problems, and also the global uncertainty. But you are also the generation with the greatest opportunity to create a change. Maybe one day you will become a scientist like me. Maybe you could become a big leader for this country. Maybe you can become an artist. And maybe you can become something that the world has never seen it before. But no matter what you are going to be and you become, do not be afraid to dream big. Do not be afraid to try. And the important thing is that do not be afraid to be yourself, because one day you might stand here and inspire the next generation. Thank you very much. And again, congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. We now have the Year 12 awards, and a reminder to please hold your applause until the end. Firstly, we have the Academic Excellence Awards. These awards recognise the students that have not only managed to transition into the sixth form extremely well, but have shown the motivation and dedication to their studies that has resulted in them achieving the highest marks in their entire cohort. And thank you to Dr. App on her speech, and maybe one day you will be able to go on in her footsteps and inspire others as well. Congratulations to the Academic Excellence winners.
Academic Excellence Award บุญยูวีพิริยะเลิศศักดิ์ Academic Excellence in Art ศิรวิทย์ อัคควัฒนานุกูล Academic Excellence in Biologyริมมิกาวรบุตร Academic Excellence in Business and Psychology สุขพัฒน์ การวัฒนาสิริกุล Academic Excellence in Chemistry Calvin สุภสัญญา Academic Excellence in Computer Science Spencer Smith Academic Excellence in Dramaทพัฒน์จุฑาธีรภาพ Academic Excellence in Design Technology and Japanese นราวิทย์เตชะวณิช Academic Excellence in Economics and Further Pure Mathematics Wyan Ho Academic Excellence in English Literatureอัญชิตา อดิศราลักษณ์ Academic Excellence in Geography Lucy Serenakis Academic Excellence in Historyอนัญญาวัชนะนันท์ Academic Excellence in Mandarin รุตเลาหะระวี Academic Excellence in Mathematics Rina Takahashi Academic Excellence in Musicชายพักแซ่ตั้ง Academic Excellence in Music Technology Andrei Khrushchev Academic Excellence in Physical Educationสรินทร์ ลิ้มสวัสดิ์วงศ์ Academic Excellence in Physicsณัฐวัฒน์ วงศ์เจริญศิลป์ Academic Excellence in Thai for Academic Literacy
Next, we have the Year 12 form prizes, and just like the Year 11 form prizes, these are chosen by our form tutors and awarded to the students who exemplify our character strengths here at Shrewsbury. They are role models to their peers and to the younger students and strengthen our community values. Congratulations to our Year 12 form prize winners.
Form prizes ธีระลิมอติบุญเพียงพุทธควรทรงธรรมอริสาทองแปงจาชันชาวายเอ็นโฮRebecca Frimlova Spencer Smithพริพพันดาวลาหะเวทวานิชตะวันโรจน์วณิชพาร์คส์กิตตะวันเจริญสิริวัฒน์แครีเลียแวกตรินสิริสุขนัทธนิการตั้งตรงจิตบุญยวีพิริยะเลิศศักดิ์อาภาพัฒน์แพ่งสภาสุขภัทรการวัฒนาสิริกุล
It's always an exceptionally difficult job to decide on who to give the Head of Sixth Form awards to for years 12 and 13. Both year groups are full of incredible young people who are fantastic role models for their peers and the younger members of our community. In selecting these awards, we first asked the tutors for their recommendations based on what they see in tutor time and beyond. All of these students exemplify the phrase role model, both within their tutor groups, in the sixth form, and in the wider school community. They're young people who show resilience, curiosity, and self-reflection, as well as leadership. They're inclusive and kind to others, committed to their extracurricular activities, and are regularly commended by staff for their positivity and their helpfulness. Essentially, the head of sixth form award winners are those students who truly embody the Shrewsbury character strengths.
It gives me great pleasure to award our first Head of Sixth Form Award for Year 12 to Japan. As a member of our community engagement ministry this year, he's been responsible for leading on whole school events like the House Charity Fair and Run for a Reason, and also heads our Operation Smile U-Time, raising important funds for the school's charity partners. His philanthropic actions embody our character strengths of courage, collaboration, and imagination. Japan leads with heart and purpose, and is always the first to volunteer to help, putting the needs of others before his own. And he does it all with the most amazing smile on his face. I don't think there it is, yeah. Thank you, Japan. Congratulations to Japan.
Medbua Awards พิตินันท์ วรวณิชชากร
Our next Head of Sixth Form Award for Year 12 goes to Munich. Munich has made invaluable contributions to our learning environment ministry this year. He has dedicated a considerable amount of time to improving the academic culture of the school, collaborating closely with teachers and students alike. He was one of the first students I got to teach when I arrived at Shrewsbury, and I remember thinking then, this is a powerhouse student. And anyone that has shared a classroom with him knows that his genuine passion for learning means that he leads by example in every lesson, striving to enrich both his own studies and the experiences of his peers. He has set a remarkable standard, and it's no surprise that he currently holds the highest number of house points in the entire sixth form. I worked it out and he's top 0.02% in the entire school, so congratulations to Munich.
เตชะธร สุวรรณพิมลกุล
This year's Service and Leadership Award goes to Zan. Zan has been a key member of the Community Engagement Ministry, consistently demonstrating genuine care and initiative. Without ever being asked, she has created little goodie bags for the Good Shepherd sisters on a number of occasions, and these small acts, they really do make a big impact. Her compassion is truly authentic. One moment that stands out to me is when she noticed one student being left out at an event and immediately stepped in and made that person feel welcome and included. That instinct to care for others speaks volumes about her character. She leads through kindness, inclusion, and action, and is incredibly deserving of this recognition. Congratulations, Zan.
ณัฐการ ปุญญสิทธิ์
I'm now presenting an award on behalf of Mr. Language. So just imagine Mr. Language. And this is to Rebecca for her contribution to the Gold Duke of Edinburgh International Award. Rebecca was a positive influence at all times during the expedition, and apparently, according to Mr. Language, if you ever got lost in the middle of a national park, you would want Rebecca to get you out. Congratulations, Rebecca.
Rebecca Frimlova.
The Year 12 Performance Awards are presented to students who have demonstrated excellence in our extracurricular programme, and I'm sure you'll recognise the faces of Amy, Aim and Sirin, who consistently flourish in the fields of drama and music. Congratulations to the Performance Award winners.
Performance Awards อริสาทองแตง เอมี่โอโน สิรินเลิศสิริโสพล
This year's House Award goes to Carrie. Carrie brings an energy and warmth that lifts those around her. She has built a truly special culture within King House, one where participation, inclusion, and team spirit are valued above all else. Yesterday we actually had some house captain interviews and I saw a girl leaving the interview in tears. And I thought, what have they done to them in there? But in actual fact, they were sharing a moment of, how would you put it, Gary? That's the guys, and really celebrating the year that they have had together. So that was very special to see. Carrie, she is genuine. She is a joy to be around and leads in a way that makes everyone feel like they belong. Even in moments when results don't go the way of King House, Carrie ensured that the spirit of King House remains strong, positive, and united. Congratulations, Carrie.
House Awards Carrie LLyich.
Please welcome the Shrewsbury Sextet, who will perform the first movement of Tchaikovsky's... What are they going to perform, Papps? Some Tchaikovsky, enjoy it.
That's a very tough act to follow. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce the Year 13 Academic Excellence Awards. As with all academic prizes, these students have achieved the highest marks in their subjects, which is a tremendous feat amongst stiff competition, particularly at the highest level on offer at the school. For Year 13, this is the pinnacle of academic achievement, as they prepare to leave Shrewsbury and move on to university. Congratulations to our Year 13 Academic Excellence Award winners.
Sarisa Manopinivet, Academic Excellence in Art, Business and Economics. Vichayapan Suwan Yang Yun, Academic Excellence in Biology and Chemistry. Napat Chatsuwan, Academic Excellence in Computer Science. Nalin Rampai Komutbut, Academic Excellence in Design Technology and Extended Project Qualification. Napat Son Ratana Wan, Academic Excellence in Drama. Pat Lotana Gosin, Academic Excellence in English Literature. Sipilaku, Academic Excellence in Further Pure Mathematics and Psychology. Ratana Pong Jen Rongsak, Academic Excellence in Geography. Vanessa Chen, Academic Excellence in History. Nat Pat Son, Chalerm Rattawong, Academic Excellence in Mandarin. Nichada Warawe Butikun, Academic Excellence in Mathematics. Panop Tatirat, Academic Excellence in Music Technology. Thomas Radcliffe, Academic Excellence in Physical Education. Tara Lina Watana, Academic Excellence in Physics. Monty Millar, Academic Excellence in Reading the World. Pita Ratana Mani Charat, Academic Excellence in Reading the World.
Next we have the Form Prize Awards. As with Year 12, these students all uphold the Shrewsbury character strengths and go above and beyond consistently to make a positive impact on their tutor groups all year. Congratulations to our Year 13 Form Prize winners.
Form Prizes, Tanya Chanok Kowong. Nor Yasmin U3. Sipila Ku. Thomas Radcliffe. Paul Pachara Panichapak.นัทพัฒน์สอนเฉลิมรัฐวงศ์วรนุชจิตโพธิ์เปรมณีอริยะสันติชัยนลินทร์รำไพโกมุตบุตรโซเฟียสมิธอลิซลินฟอร์แฮม who is unable to be with us today นัทวราลีโรจน์วงศ์สริยาโลหะชิตพิทักษ์ปัตรโลจนะโกสินทร์ณมนไตรสิริเจริญณมนเตละวานิชเบญญาภาองค์พิพัฒนกุลพิมมาดาพรสุวรรณกุล
I'm really very proud to introduce the Head of Sixth Form Awards for Year 13. It's also really lovely to hear how supportive you are of each other, and I think that just goes to show you're such a wonderful year group. I also just apologise for not having a speech that's quite as, I don't know, in-depth and full and exciting as Mr. Holloway's was, but it is heartfelt. So these awards, the Head of Sixth Form Awards for Year 13, they recognise not just what a student does, but really who they are, day in, day out. And I mentioned earlier that these awards focus on students who truly embody the Shrewsbury character strengths. So this is not a leadership award, but both Year 13 students are prefects, both within the community engagement ministry as it happens, but it is just a coincidence, you don't have to be. They set the tone for those around them, not through their grand gestures, but through everyday actions. They are both thoughtful, caring, and quite simply a pleasure to have in our sixth form. Firstly, Ariana. Ariana is not someone who seeks attention, which is a bit of a theme with our award winners this evening. But she leaves a lasting impression on everyone she meets. Her form tutor commended her ability to make every conversation feel really meaningful. She's a great listener and always sincere. Her work with the Good Shepherd sisters really reflects this perfectly. And although this was the end of last year, my personal experience of this, I was very privileged to see the room that she designed with them when it was brought to life. It was wonderful. Ariana hasn't just participated in or led events for the sake of it though. She has a real authenticity in her willingness to connect with others. And she always makes a real difference to those around her, both inside and outside of our school community. So congratulations to Ariana.
Music Awards อารยนาอึ้งรังสี
And now to Blink, another student with many of the same qualities. Her form tutor nominated her because of her excellent work with both Habitat for Humanity and the Good Shepherd Sisters. And again, I was lucky enough to see this firsthand when I joined the recent party that she organised for the girls, which was really, really special. Although she also doesn't seek out the limelight, Blink is always so supportive of her peers during tutor time and elsewhere. She's always doing her best to make things better for others. Quietly reflective, Blink is always ready with a smile, and she really does demonstrate kindness and inclusivity at all times. Congratulations to Blink.
Chanokira Richused.
It is my pleasure to present the Year 13 Service and Leadership Award this year to Medbua for the second year running. But before I speak about her, did you know it is her birthday today? Birthday song, anyone?
Happy birthday, Medbua!
As lead minister of the Community Engagement Ministry, she has shown outstanding organisation and leadership, building a team where everyone contributes. And I think possibly the most efficient team that I have ever worked with, and that is a lot down to you, Medbua. She has helped lead major events such as Run for Reason and House Charity Fair, whilst also contributing to Habitat for Humanity and her own initiatives beyond school. Medbua brings positivity, commitment, and a real genuine desire to make a difference. Congratulations, Medbua.
Leadership and Service Awards นลินทร์ รำไพโกมุตบุตร
And I'm now pleased to introduce the Performance Awards for Outstanding Performance in Drama, Music and Art. And again, some faces that you will recognise who have brought us so much joy in these fields over the years. Congratulations.
Performance Awards เปรมมณีอริยสันติชัย Excellence in Art นัชชา สวรรค์พิทักษ์ Excellence in Drama Performance ชนานันท์ พิริยะเลิศศักดิ์ Excellence in Music Performance อารยนาอึ้งรังสี Excellence in Music Performance
It falls to me to do the last two awards of the night. They are the Simon Taylor Awards. Simon Taylor was a student at the school, left in 2007. He's now in his mid-30s. At the time, there were only 29 students in the whole sixth form. Some of his teachers still remain. Mr. Williams and Mr. Howard. Mr. Sharp was also his teacher, and his tutor left last year. He was deputy head of school, played in various school bands, was brilliant in IYA, charity events across country, and went on to Leeds University. He represented the best of Shrewsbury. He was great in everything he did, both in the classroom and outside of the classroom, and was a real community figure. And I'm so proud we've got two people who really live up to that ideal here with me today, Pat and Pim Pim. We're going to talk about them in a moment, but one small slice of them, they've been on this stage in their time at senior school 18 times already over the course of that. And bearing in mind there were 2 speech days that were cancelled because of COVID. But academic success is only a thin slice of the reason that they are here. And I'm going to start with Pat. If Pat could come to the stage, please. Yes. Pat joined us in year 3 in 2015 with Miss Gilbert. I go back through the reports because I always find they're an interesting slice of things to come. Pat is a friendly, bright and hard-working boy. Pat can now write in beautiful, neat, joined script. But Pat's behaviour is always excellent. He's a pleasure to have in the class. Interesting, the target in year 3, Pat, was to have confidence in your own abilities. I think we've got there in the end. Year 4, you had Mr. Barmer, who also described as a popular and hard-working member of the class, forming friendships with many children in the class and playing happily during playtime. Mr. Clifford, Pat is a delightful student, confident, enthusiastic, a happy member of the class, always follows the rules, but is a fantastic role model. Went through year 6 with Mr. Atherton and into year 7 with Miss Scrivener, who described your year in year 7 as a brilliant first year. You were house rep, I believe, for Schweitzer, a sign of things to come, and a mature and conscientious student. Interestingly, and this is a theme throughout the reports, an invaluable member of the form because he's so supportive of his peers. In year 8 and year 9, you had Mr. Jolly as your form tutor, who noted down enthusiastically in the reports the number of U-time activities that you were involved in, a sign of your participation in school life. Here we go. Athletics, scribblers, choir, an incredible NaNoWriMo club, I'll find out about that later, photography, Muay Thai, strength and conditioning, a virtual choir, was COVID at the time, current affairs with me, I apologise for that, PET and CAD, we'll find out what that is later, swimming, art and a shirt recycling project. On top of all that, Pat was also a form rep. Mr. Jolly said you described you achieved a massive number of merits in year 9. It's absolutely huge. It's a bit different to E-Praise, but it was quite significantly above everyone else. In year 10, Mr. Hegarty took over as your form tutor. Once again, you were a class rep representing your peers, house debating competition. And here we have a sign of things to come in the school production of The Witches as well. But also, on the side, a UK MT gold medal for your maths. Enter year 11, and Miss Papps and I have stuck in your card, which you'll receive in a moment, a little photo of this moment when you appeared on stage. We will rock you with a leather jacket as Freddie Mercury. Absolutely brilliant, a fantastic performance. Just so happened you ended the year as Sir Martin Rees Scholar, achieving 11 A-stars across your GCSEs in Thailand for English language. And in your time, you've had academic awards for biology, psychology, English language, and English literature in year 12 and year 13. You've taken maths, English literature, psychology, and biology in year 12. You were house captain for Millar. You organised amphitheatre, oh, Schweitzer, sorry, gosh. Oh no, disaster struck. Schweitzer, house captain for Schweitzer, the Bulls, go Bulls. Amphitheatre for the blind, and you also took time to write a collection of short stories connecting Thai and Chinese culture, your EPQ. And also, you appeared in The Crucible as Reverend Hale. Reverend Hale is an interesting sort of academic character in The Crucible. He appears at the beginning of the play, laden down with a dozen heavy books. And he says, the other character who's there sees him and says, "Oh, Hale, oh, it's good to see you again," and takes some books, says, "My, they're heavy." Hale, as in Pat, sets down his books. They must be. They are weighted with authority. The Crucible set in Salem, not too far from Brown University, another centre of learning, where Pat is going to study literary arts and behavioural decision sciences, I believe. Absolutely outstanding. To end, I've pulled a quote from one of his teachers back in, one of his physics teachers actually, Mr. Basney Barber. Pat exhibits an exceptional curiosity as a student, constantly seeking to broaden his understanding of the subjects covered in class and explore topics that go beyond the confines of the curriculum. That's impressive enough, but it's the next bit that really is why Pat is here. Pat can often be seen helping others. I would say he's mature, sophisticated, thoughtful, patient, and empathetic. He really is a natural leader. Pat is the best of Shrewsbury, and we wish him all the best for what is assuredly a very, very bright future. Pat!
Thank you for the award, Pat Lieutenant Olsen.
Pim is probably aware that the photos we have on ISAMS go back a bit further than year 3. Not quite the beginning. Pim joined us in 2011 in EY1, but we pick up the journey a year later in EY2. Here is a bit of a first report written by Miss Helen, who was your teacher in EY2. Pim's made a very good start and seems happy to come to school and take part in the varied activities. Although she comes across as slightly reserved, she's happy to answer questions and share her experience. While she's a little reluctant to take part in some of the messier activities, Pim enjoys her learning and is often found in the book corner or working on an arts activity. Pim carried on in year 1 with Mr. Foster, who was really happy with how she worked with others. Once again, a theme we will see through all that. By year 2 with Miss Cosgrove, even in year 2, you were nominated as class rep for year 2. Year 3 with Miss Blinkovich. Year 4, Miss Pearson says he made an excellent start and has shown enthusiasm in all the curriculum areas. Year 5, Mr. Worthington. Pim is a delightful student. Year 6, you went through Miss King. And year 7, ending up with Mr. McKernan. Mr. McKernan, you were the Student Council representative, a volunteer in the New Buddy scheme, you were a member of the Intermediate Quintet, Allegro Strings, and the last night of the Prom Choir. He says in his report, "It is unsurprising, therefore, that Pim sees time management skills as an area she would like to develop. This is something we need to monitor, as we need to ensure she is not taking on too much." But later in the year, when COVID struck, Mr. McKernan wrote this: "It's been a genuine pleasure having Pim as a member of the tutor group this year. She is invariably polite, considerate and curious, and it is no surprise that this report is outstanding." Remember, this is year 7. Pim observed that being at home and working independently during the recent period of online learning taught her to be the best you can be at all times. She is clearly following her own advice, as her attitude grades in all subjects are excellent, and perhaps consequently she has also exceeded expected standards of attainment right across the curriculum. But then this bit stood out for me. Arguably, the most impressive aspect of this report is the real warmth and appreciation of Pim's efforts that radiate from her teachers' comments throughout. And that is a sign of all the reports I'm about to preview as we go through the year groups. In Year 8, Miss Smith took over as your form tutor. She described your report as a glowing report. It was all E's in every area. I have to say, it's hard to find a report of yours where there isn't an excellent. I took the adjectives from just one report from all the teachers: attentive, cooperative, talented, diligent, determined, skillful, hardworking, conscientious, creative, lively, and impressive. And I gave up because there were too many more. It was absolutely brilliant. And in Year 8, you also got a gold in UKMT, you did a team TED Talk, and you also appeared in School of Rock. In Year 9, your report was all E's again. Miss Smith writes, as a student, Pim Pim thoroughly engages in all aspects of school life. From being an important member of many musical groups, she also readily volunteers her time to help others. And as a result, she's an excellent ambassador for the school. On we continued. Year 10, you were in the Witches, House Debating, Music Scholars, Student Band. You did your TEDx talk, long awaited, on habit engineering. And an interesting quote from the report: you were a kind and good friend to all. Year 11, you also were a Sir Martin Rees Scholar with 11 A stars, and top in Thailand for religious studies. And in your time, you've had academic awards for psychology, twice for music, 3 times for English or English literature, and 3 times for biology. You went on to take A-levels in biology, chemistry, psychology, and maths. You had Miss Sharp, the original form tutor of Simon Taylor, as your form tutor in Year 12. But I'm going to end with a paraphrase from Miss Noak, who contributed to your Year 9 report and knows you and this year group all the way since EY1. Certain students have gone above and beyond our expectations during their time in the school. And Pim Pim is one such student. It has been an absolute privilege to spend 15 years with you, Pim Pim, and we all look forward to catching up with you on whatever adventures await you as you go on to take up a place at Yale University to study psychology.
Benyapa Om Pipatanakun.
And now to hear from our head students for the academic year 2025-26, Pat and Pim Pim.
Good afternoon, students, parents, teachers, and guests. My name is Pat, and today I'd like to talk about my favorite letter of the alphabet. I'm here to talk about the power of the letter Y. Y comes at the end of the alphabet, but I wonder if it deserves first place, before A, B, or C. To me, Y is both a letter and a way of questioning the world. Children ask why thousands of times a year, and it is through this very question, why, that we become critical thinkers. But before I tell you more about this letter Y, I'd like to acknowledge the fact that, for those of you sitting here today, you've truly excelled at something, whether it be academic achievement or contributions to leadership and service to a wider community. And none of us did it alone. We are all a patchwork quilt of those who have loved us, those who have shown us kindness, those who have believed in us even when there was absolutely no proof for them to. Someone read you stories and taught you how to dream. Someone had the patience to answer your bazillion questions when you were young. Questions such as, why is the sky blue? Or, why can't I eat dirt? If they're in this room, I hope you find your own way to express your gratitude to them. As children, we ask many, many why questions. But as we grow up, that tendency to ask seems to fade. We've all been there before, when you have a burning question that you want to ask, but we tell ourselves, it's too risky, it's too obvious, I'll make someone uncomfortable. Someone will probably think I'm stupid for even asking the question. But that's the paradox, isn't it? If we never ask, we'll never know. Because here's the thing, asking questions is one of the most powerful things you can do. Questions are the beginning of everything. Inventions, ideas, entire revolutions are built on the basis of that first question. Many of the freedoms we take for granted today began with someone asking a simple question. Could you imagine if Rosa Parks never asked herself, why should I give up this seat? Or if Martin Luther King Jr. never asked, why can't we all be treated equal? What kind of a world would we be living in? Margaret Atwood famously once said, nothing changes instantaneously. In a gradually heating bathtub, you'd be boiled to death before you knew it. It's easy to follow. It's convenient to accept things the way they come. But progress has never depended on convenience. It has depended on people who are willing to question. It takes a certain kind of courage to question, to admit that you don't know something, and to take the steps to learn. Questions have the power to challenge, to change. Questions create connections between people who seem entirely different. Questions open dialogues, opens conversations that lead to better situations. So, students, parents, teachers, guests, for the remainder of this year, I don't want you to have all the answers. I want you to think of this letter Y and ask your questions, even when, and especially when, it sounds uncomfortable. Why does this lead to this? Why do I feel this way? Why are things the way they are? Listen to the world around you. Think, and be the person who asks. Because sometimes, a question is much more interesting than an answer. Now I leave you with a question. How are you going to use the letter Y today? Thank you.
It strikes me that the majority of you in this room will have had the word wonderful used about you or to you at some point in your lives. But have you ever stopped to think where the word wonderful comes from? Wonderful originated from the Old English word wonderlich, meaning extraordinary, puzzling, divine. But I believe wonderlich isn't exclusive to enchanted realms and warlocks. Sometimes wonder materializes in the simplest of places and the unlikeliest of corners. For me, the beginning of year 13 was riddled with uncertainty. Summer was a strange season, one of college applications and of learning to live in limbo between hope and fear. But one day, something came over me, unceremonially, almost accidentally. It was 6 a.m., sometime mid-July. I was supposed to leave for a flight, but instead of packing my things, I found myself staring at my bookshelf. For a brief moment, the faint smell of aged paper transported me to my past selves, versions of me that have longed for and loved these books. For the first time that summer, the buzz of anxiety softened into quiet. And on my way to the airport, somewhere in between the rush of departure gates, I realized this. We are not only shaped by our milestones, but by the seemingly insignificant moments. Small, yet somehow sustaining. The moments that ask nothing of us except to notice, to pause, and to wonder. In a world that moves so fast, it can feel almost unorthodox to hold that childlike sense of wonder. When I think about wonder, I think about one of my favorite books. Aristotle and Dante dive into the waters of the world by Benjamin O'Leary Sands. There's a scene. The main character, Ari, briefly connects with a stranger named Emma. He writes, "There are moments in your life you will always remember." I knew I would always remember Emma. I didn't know her, but I knew this one thing. She was a person who mattered, and that was all I needed to know. To me, this quote encapsulates the essence of wonder. Not everything meaningful demands recognition or understanding. Sometimes it is enough simply to notice, to realize something or someone matters. Wonder enlarges our lives. Even a transitory, enchanted moment can invigorate us and awaken new perspectives we hadn't considered before. Wonder asks for humility. To wonder is to not fear, but to embrace the intangible or incomplete with open arms. In that sense, wonder is liberating. It softens the edges of certainty in a world that is all too often black and white. And perhaps most importantly, wonder lives inside us all. It sits at the heart of the questions we ask, the stories we tell, the conversations, old photographs, the bookshelves we marvel at. So when we talk about success, about where we have arrived, I think we often get it wrong, because I'm certain that none of us are here today because of a single moment, but many incremental moments that culminated into our success. For me, my bookshelf is a reminder of that. Each paperback reminds me of all the wonders I've loved along the way. So let today be a celebration of not only where you have arrived, but the small moments, the small wonders that carried us here. In the future, there may come bleak times, times when you are stuck in limbo. Perhaps there is a difficult choice, an impossible exam, a moment of uncertainty. Still, even when we do not know where we are going, there is always something to marvel at, something to question, and beauty to pay attention to along the way. Finally, remember to slow down. You're doing marvelously, wonderfully, in fact. Don't forget to take the moment and taste it. No matter which road comes next, may you never let go of your curiosity, that important letter Y, and of course, your capacity for wonder. Thank you.
And this brings our ceremony to a close. To our awards recipients, congratulations once again. We celebrate your achievements today, but we also celebrate your character and how you bring your best selves to school every day. Parents, thank you. These accomplishments are a shared success, built on the foundation of your support and encouragement at home. Now guests, I'd like you to remain seated, and in a moment together, we will congratulate our awards recipients. They will leave the Memorial Hall first and have a group photograph down by the river. And then once they've left the Memorial Hall, we'll follow them and enjoy a reception close to the river on the Long Court as well. Thank you for joining us today. Awards recipients, please stand.